Okay, so we're going to discuss subject-verb agreement. In your sentence basic lesson, we learned what a subject of a sentence was and what the verb or the predicate of a sentence was. And so you guys need to know that the subject and the verb of the sentence must agree. And what this means is that if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. Add s to a verb to make it singular. Plural verbs do not end in s. Let's look at the example. The dog barks. Dog is a singular noun, therefore it must have a singular verb. And remember, singular verbs end in s. The dogs, more than one dog, bark. The subject dogs is plural, and therefore there must be a plural verb. And remember, plural verbs do not have a s on the end. The man. Man is a singular subject, and so the verb must be singular. And remember that singular verbs end with s. The man sings. The men. Men is more than one man. Men is plural. So therefore the verb must be plural, and plural verbs do not end in s. Let's conjugate these verbs. When you conjugate verbs, you need to remember that the pronouns I and you usually take on the plural form of a verb, even though they are singular. So let's look at the regular action verb jump. So I jump without an s. You jump without an s. He, she, and it are all singular. So he jumps with an s. She jumps with an s. It jumps with an s. Okay? We, they, these are both plural. So we jump without s. They jump without s. Let's look at the action verb learn. I learn. You learn. He is singular. He learns. She learns. It learns. Remember that if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. Singular verbs end in s. However, the pronouns I and you take a plural verb. So I learn, you learn. I decide, you decide. I jump, you jump. No s. Okay? I am. Let's look at the to be verb. So I am. You are. Are is the plural form of the to be verb. Is the singular form of the to be verb. Remember, singular verbs end in s. So you are. He is singular. She is singular. It is singular. Remember that if the subject is singular, the verb is singular, and singular verb end in s. We is more than one. Are. They is plural, so it takes on the plural form of the verb, which is are. Let's look at the past tense of the to be verb. I was. You were. Were is the plural form of the past tense to be verb. Was with an s is the singular form. Remember that the singular verbs end in s. I was. He is singular, so the verb must be singular, and singular verbs end in s. She was. It was. We were. Were is the plural. We is plural. They were. Let's look at the verbs have and has. Have is the plural form. Has is the singular. Remember that I and you take on the plural form at times. So I have and you have. Now, he is singular. She is singular. It is singular. So they will have singular verbs, and singular verbs end in what? S. That's correct. So he has, she has, it has. And then we is plural, they plural. So they have the have or the plural form of the verb. Let's look at this sample. The sweet potato pie tastes delicious. So sweet potato pie is one pie. This is the subject. And so Pie is the subject. Pie is singular. The verb must be singular. Singular verbs end in S, so taste with an S. During the summer, she looks calm. She is the subject, and it is singular. Therefore, the verb must be singular. Singular verbs end in S. Looks with an S is the verb. Under the heavy snow, the new dome roof appears sturdy. The new dome roof appears sturdy. Remember, under the snow is a prepositional phrase, so it must be crossed out, and so your subject verb will not be in that. And looking back at sentence 2, during the summer is a prepositional phrase. You cross that out, so your subject verb will never be in that. So back at 3. The new dome roof appears sturdy. Roof is one roof, is singular. Therefore, the verb must be singular, and singular verbs end in S. Raphael and Susie are gifted animal trainers. Should be an S on the end of animal trainers. Raphael and Susie are how many people? 2. Therefore, this is plural. The plural form of the to be verb is are. And so, if the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. Lately, they are or is very competent at work. And so it would be are, because it would be they are very competent at work. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Lately, they are very competent at work. Are is the plural form of the to be verb. Okay, you guys need to study and be familiar with this. You need to know that singular subjects must have singular verbs. Singular verbs end with a S, correct. You guys need to be familiar with singular definite pronouns. If the pronoun ends with one, body, or thing, it is singular. Everyone, anyone, someone. Everybody, anybody, somebody. Everything, anything, something. If the pronoun ends with one, body, or thing, it's singular. Other singular pronouns or other singular definite pronouns are either, neither, another, each. If these are the subjects of a sentence, then the verb must be singular, and singular verbs end in S. These are all singular pronouns. If the pronoun ends with one, body, or thing, it is singular. Either, neither, another, and each are also singular. Plural indefinite pronouns will have a plural verb. These are plural subjects, therefore the verb must be plural, right? Both, few, several, many. Okay, so let's practice. Someone has or have called you 3 times. It ends in one. It is singular, therefore the verb must be singular. Singular verbs end in S. Someone has with an S. Few people in the group, blank joggers. Few people is plural, therefore the verb must be plural, and the correct answer are. Few people in the group are joggers. Each of the flags, you guys here, you cross out of the flags because that's a prepositional phrase. So your subject will be each. Each is a singular indefinite pronoun, therefore your verb must be singular. Singular verbs end in S. Each of the flags has with an S, a special design on them. Neither of the artists. Once again, you have your prepositional phrase of the artist. So your subject is neither. You cross out of the artist. Your subject is neither. Neither is a singular indefinite pronoun. Therefore, you need a singular verb. Singular verbs end in S. Neither of the artists works with an S, with sawdust, nails, and sand. Both of the modern painters. Once again, you cross out that prepositional phrase. Of is a preposition. Of the modern painters is a prepositional phrase. Both is your subject. Both is plural. Therefore, the verb must be plural. Plural verbs do not end in S. Both of the painters won't, without an S, real buttons on the canvas. Okay? And so, here's an explanation or a review of what we just covered. You guys definitely need to be aware of singular and definite pronouns and plural and definite pronouns. If it ends with one body or thing, it's singular. Either, neither, another, and each are singular. The plural pronouns kind of stand for themselves. Both means more than one, few, several, and many. Be familiar with crossing out prepositional phrases because they can definitely trip you up.